Hi students, welcome back in lecture number 4 of our course CNC Machining Programming, and in today's lecture we will do program for turning operation by using linear command G01. And as we know that G01 is a G code which remove the material from the workpiece in a straight line. Now let us try to write our first program for turning operation by using this linear command G01. This figure shows the part drawing for which we will write our program. So this is a cylindrical workpiece. Let me show you. This is a cylindrical workpiece just like this, whose outside diameter is 32 mm. And we will reduce this 32 mm diameter up to 28 mm diameter up to the length of 25 mm. And the total length of the workpiece is, let us say, 70 mm. So all the dimensions which are shown here are in mm. Kindly note this. So this is the starting of our program from here to here. And as we know that I had explained you already in my previous lecture that the CNC program has 3 parts. The first part is known as starting or startup program. The second part of the program is called as profile program. And the last or the third part is known as ending of the program. So I'm explaining you here the starting of the program. And kindly note one thing over here, that we are writing this program for FANU controller. And I had explained it already in our lecture number 1 that there are different controllers also apart from FANU controller. For example, Siemens controller, GSK controller, Mach 3 controller, etc. And we are writing this program for FANU controller. And in our FANU controller, our program always starts with letter O followed by 4 digits. So this is our letter O. And these are our 4 digits. So O1001, this is our program name, and the 4 digits which I'm taking here is 1001. You can take anything like 1, 2, 3, 4 or whatever you want. So after that we have some initial settings like G21 and G99. G21 is for input in mm because the dimensions are shown here in mm. But if the dimensions are shown here, let us say in inches, then we will use G20 code here. And G99 is a G code for feed in mm per revolution. And in case of feed in mm per minute, we will use here G98 code. So these are our initial settings. After that, we have G28 use W0, means this is a home position or going to home position. And after that, we have M06, which is a machining code for tool change, T0101. So after T, the first 2 digits represents the tool number and the remaining 2 digits represents the tool length offset. And if you remember, I had explained this already, that immediately after the tool number, we need to specify the tool length offset because of the different lengths of the cutting tool which are there in the tool turret or tool magazine. And in order to avoid any confusion, it is a common practice to use the same tool length offset that what we are using for our tool number. Here I'm using 01 for tool number 1. So that's why 01 is for tool length offset. Suppose we are doing machining operation with the tool number 2. So we will use here 0202 in order to avoid any confusion. After that, we have M06, which is a machining code for spindle rotation in clockwise direction. S is a spindle function. 1200 is RPM. So spindle clockwise with 1200 RPM is the meaning of this block. After that, we have G00 X34 and Z5. Means we are moving the cutting tool, or this is the entry point of X34 Z5 at rapid traverse. It means now we are moving the cutting tool from the home position at this particular position X34 Z5. Let me explain you this with the help of a figure. This is the scaled view of this particular portion. And we know that the outside diameter of this workpiece is 32 mm. So this will be your 32, this will be your 31, and this is your 30. Now, initially our tool will be at its home position. So let me draw the home position for you. So this is our home position, and we can also call it as MCS. Now we are moving the cutting tool from its home position to this location X34 Z5. Now let me locate this location for you. So X34 will be above from the 32, that is here it will be 33, this will be your 34. Now Z5 will be at what point? We know with respect to the work coordinate system, we know at this particular center point, we will have X and Z value as 0. So this will be your plus Z with respect to this point. This will be your plus X. And at the center of this workpiece, we will have X0 and Z0 value. So if here we have a Z0, then definitely if I extend this line ahead, so this will be your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So here will be Z5 and X34. So at this particular point. Now we are bringing the cutting tool from its home position to this particular location X34Z5 with rapid traverse. So I hope this block is clear to you now. Next we have G00 X31. It means now we are bringing the cutting tool at X31 value with the rapid traverse, and this will be our first depth of cut with 1 mm. So here, where is X31 line? This is our X31 line, and we are bringing the cutting tool now from this location to this location. So at this particular point, we'll have X31 and Z will be 5. So we are moving from this point. Let's say it is point number 1. This is point number 2. So from point number 1 to 2, we are moving with again rapid traverse. Why we are using rapid traverse over here when we are moving from this point to this point and from this point to this point? Because there is no contact of the cutting tool with the workpiece. And when we do not have any contact between the cutting tool and the workpiece, we will always use G00 code. So next, now this is our G01 code, means linear interpolation with some feed rate. When we will use G01 code, so there is a syntax for this, that is we will provide X value, Z value, and feed value also. So X31 Z minus 25 with feed F0.08 mm per revolution. So the meaning of this line is that we are moving the tool towards Z minus 25 mm with feed rate of 80 mm per minute. So now it means now from this location, and we know the length of this portion is 25, because from here to here it will be our 25 mm. So the tool now is moving from this point to this point, because this is our Z0 here at this particular place, and here our Z will be 25 mm. So now the tool will be at this particular location, and we are moving with G01 code from this point to, from 2 point to 3 point. So here now we are removing this material. So we are giving the first depth of cut now, and the material is getting removed from the workpiece with 1 mm depth of cut. Now after that, we have G01 code X34, which means we are retracting the tool in X position. So this will be your 31, this will be your 32, this will be your 33 and 34. The tool is now at this particular portion. So this will be our 33, this will be our 34 line with again which code? G01, that is linear interpolation code. Now why we are using G01 over here? Why not G00? We can ask this question. Kindly notice that if we use G00 code over here, then it might happen that the cutting tool may break this particular edge, which will ultimately leads the rejection of the part, and we do not want rejection of part over here. That's why we are bringing the cutting tool from this location to this location with G01 code, means we are giving the feed to the cutting tool, and the tool is moving slowly with some feed rate from this point to this point. Now after that, we are using G00 Z5, means we are moving the tool to Z5 position. It means from this location to this location now, because here Z is minus 25 at this particular location, and now the tool is moving back with rapid traverse because now there is no contact of the cutting tool with the workpiece, and the tool is moving back at this particular location. So after that, the program will become simple for us, that we are moving the tool now with rapid traverse at X30 location. Means now we are providing the second depth of cut with 1 mm depth of cut more. Now the tool will move from this location to X30 location. It means here the tool will be now at this particular X30 location, and Z will be 5 because Z is 5 over here. Now the tool is moving from this point to Z minus 25 again. So the cutting tool is moving from this location to this location because we are removing the material now. This much portion we are removing now with this second depth of cut, and the cutting tool will reach at this particular location X30 Z minus 25 with the same feed rate. If you want, you can change the feed rate also, but we are not changing your feed rate. Now the next point is that we are moving back at this particular location at X location G01 X34. We are retracting the tool in its X position. So the tool will be here at this position now. After that, we have G00 Z5. It means we are moving the tool to Z5 position. And this figure shows the enlarged or scaled view of this particular portion, as I had explained you already in the previous slide. And the dotted portion shows that we have already removed this much material from the workpiece. And let me just mention the diameters for you. We know that outside diameter for this workpiece is 32 mm. So this is 32, this is 31, 30, 29, and 28 mm. And this value is 33, 34, and let me extend this line for you. And let me now highlight Z value. This is Z5. So at this location, this will be our X34 Z5 value. Now we are moving the tool with rapid traverse at X29 location. It means this is our X29 diameter value. Now we are moving the cutting tool from this location to this location with the rapid traverse because there is no contact of the cutting tool right now with the workpiece. So we are moving with the rapid traverse. And now we are moving the tool from this location to Z minus 25, from here to here. With G01 code, and this is the third depth of cut. So we can say this will be our third depth of cut. And after that, we are moving the tool from this location to X34 location. Let's say this will be our X34 location. So after that, the lines will remain the same. Now we are moving back from this location to this location. And after that, we are giving the fourth depth of cut. That is the last depth of cut from this point to this point. Our tool is moving now. So this value will be our X28 now, and Z is how much here? 5. So this is the fourth depth of cut. So from here, now the tool is moving from this location to this location. Now we are moving the cutting tool at X34 location. So from this location, now we are moving the tool at this location with G01 code so that it will not break this particular edge. So that's why we are using G01 code over here. And after that, we are moving back with G00 because there is no contact of the cutting tool at this particular point with the workpiece. So we are moving back and the tool is reaching at X34 Z5 value. After this, we have ending of the program from here to here, which means that we are moving back the tool from this X34 Z5 location to its home position from where we were calling the cutting tool. So this line says going back to its home position. M05 means this is the machining code for spindle stop, and M30 means program stops and rewind. Now, for better understanding, let me show you the simulation for the same program in a simulator. So this is the simulator where we will execute the same program which I was discussing with you. So this is our CNC train simulation system. And in the left hand side, you can see the program is already written here. And this is the job or the part on which we will do the machining operation. This is also called as billet. Now you can see there are 3 buttons over here: yellow in color, red in color, and green in color. So let me explain you them one by one. Yellow color stands for pause the simulation, red color for cycle stop, then green for cycle start. And you can see there are 3 more options over here when we are pressing the cycle start button. The first option is select auto mode, means we have an option to run the program in auto mode. Then we have single block simulation, means we can run the program by single block mode also, and cycle by step. And if you remember, I had explained you already in my previous lectures that what is the difference between running a program in single block mode and in auto mode. But let me explain you here again that what is the difference between both of them. So running a program in single block mode means the program will run block by block. And when one block is executed, unless and until we do not press the cycle start button again, the program will not be executed. But on the other hand, in auto mode, once we will press the cycle start button, it will execute the whole program from its start to end of the block. So this is the difference between both of them. Now, since we are beginners here, because this is our first program, so we will first execute this program in single block mode, and then after that we will run the program in auto mode also. So now let us run our simulation in single block mode. So let us start the cycle. Now the tool will come from its home position at a location X34 Z5. So you can see this is the value of X34 and Z5. So we will press the cycle start button again. Now the machine will reach from X34 to X31, and Z is taking here 2. You can take 2 also, no problem in that. Now the tool is moving from its location Z5 to Z-25, and this is the first depth of cut. Then the tool is going up with the linear interpolation, now coming back with rapid traverse, going down. Then he is taking now the second depth of cut. So I hope this is clear to you now. This is the third depth of cut. So you can see when there is no contact of the cutting tool, it is going with rapid traverse. And when there is a contact between the workpiece and the cutting tool, we are moving with G01 code, that is with linear interpolation. So now let us take a new billet again. So this is the new billet now. Here we have options that we can choose the material from the material library. Here we have different types of materials over here. You can see. So let us take brass over here. You can choose anything, like this is candle. Now we will execute the same program in auto mode. First depth of cut, second depth of cut. This is the third depth of cut. And last, fourth depth of cut. So this was the simulation of our program, that is programming for turning operation by using linear command G01. And I hope this will be very much clear to you now. But still, if you find any difficulties in this program or in this lecture, then you are free to ask me. You can comment me on this video, or you can directly mail me on my Gmail, that is sandeep6437@gmail.com. So thank you so much for being with me in this lecture. Thank you so much.